Welcome to JMO, Josh and Joe. It is Tuesday, November 18th, and Joe, the Saints couldn't hurt us because they weren't out there.
They had their bye week.
It was their bye week. I think we won the bye week, honestly.
We did. We did win the bye week.
I mean, we had momentum going in, so we just used that momentum and we won the bye week.
I noticed when we don't start our quarterbacks, we win the bye week.
Yes, that's
we win that week.
when they're just not out on the field.
Yeah.
I will say this: I do kind of miss Shaheed. I miss Shaheed a little bit. He was like the only person I didn't want to trade. I wanted to trade Olave. I was okay with us trading Kamara. I wanted to keep Shaheed. He was the only one. But anyways, how was your weekend?
It was good.
Yeah,
it was good.
Do anything fun?
Yes, actually, it was all fun.
Oh,
it was all fun.
So
Friday went to New Orleans for Pelicans game against the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
So me and my friends had actually booked this 2 months in advance, trying to see LeBron one last time because we figured this was
100%.
probably his final tour. We didn't get to see LeBron.
No.
I also forgot about this trip until the Wednesday of, and I had my friend call me, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you're still down for Friday?" I was like, luckily I didn't have actually made other plans and double booked it that night, so I was like, all right, yeah. I already paid for the tickets anyways.
Did y'all stay? Okay. So did y'all stay in a hotel down there, or?
Yeah. I mean, they had a hotel. One of my friend's sisters actually works at the Lowe's in downtown New Orleans, which is pretty nice hotel.
Oh, nice.
So he always gets a good deal off of that. But yeah, we also went to Sazerac House right before as well.
Love that place.
Yeah, if you haven't been, it's actually free to go.
Mm-hmm.
So and you get a free tour with some taste testers along the way, and then you could of course buy from the gift shop. And then Saturday, I had a company softball tournament.
Yeah,
which is every grown man's dream. Until you wake up the next morning and you are the most sore. I think out of all the recreational sports, you're the most sore from softball.
Yeah, it's not something you'd think you'd be sore from because I've played a entire day of basketball.
Yeah.
And have woken up. I've been sore, but not as sore as if you play an entire day of softball.
It's not the same level.
It's weird. It's like your legs are just shot. There's a reason why the baseball players have giant booties.
Yeah.
You need it.
Yeah. And the fields that we were playing on had turf. So, if you slid, I had compression pants on. I thought I was suited up enough, but you get brush burns up and down your legs.
Yep.
It's bad.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Then, yeah, I just, like you said, it's the one sport that you just don't think you would be the most sore at, but you are the most sore, especially as you get older.
Now, granted, I'm not including tackle football in this because there's no pickup tackle football. It just doesn't really exist. There's too much liability.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, it's just weird. It's weird. Softball, it seems so slow, and it seems like you wouldn't get sore, but you just kills you.
Yeah.
I didn't really have too much going on. I'm still getting used to my new schedule. I'm not used to having weekends off.
Okay.
Not this past weekend, but the weekend before. That was the first weekend I ever had off. I haven't had a weekend off where I had nothing to do in 4 years. That was my first weekend in 4 years where I just had nothing to do.
That's pretty wild.
It's crazy, right? Because every time, it wasn't like I worked every weekend, but when the weekends that I took off, I had something to do. There was a reason I took it off.
Yeah.
So I've just been relaxed, and I had a CrossFit competition on Saturday. I won. My partner and I we killed it. It was awesome. It came down to the last workout.
I thought you were looking bigger.
Yeah, dude. I've been doing creatine, eating a lot. Yeah, I need to lose weight. Actually, I'm getting out of control. But anyways, let's get to some sports. College football update. Let's go LSU versus Arkansas. Much needed win. You could just see it on Frank Wilson's face. You could see it on, if you just look at any LSU fans' face. You could tell this was a much needed in LSU.
Yeah.
It was very nice because they fought till the end.
Yes.
They powered through adversity. Green ran all over us. It was, let's start off with the positives. I like how Frank Wilson is in fuck it mode and just opening up the playbook. I love it. He's running the ball. He's just doing trick plays. He's opening up the playbook.
Yeah. Just like, we got the interim bump.
Yep.
And just like any like cocaine bump, like you're just going to get like just a wind of just like energy and just, just craziness, which
we took a bump.
And yeah, we took a bump on that one.
Mm-hmm.
No, that one drive literally did 3 trick plays in a row.
Yep.
Because the offense wasn't producing very much, which, kind of seems to be the theme of the year. But yeah, I got to give Frank Wilson props.
Dude,
way to lean into that bump.
Yes. And it wasn't just a bump. Actually, I think we railed a line. That's more what happened there.
That's true. If you're going that far down the field with trick plays, that's a whole line.
Right, yeah, it is. What's your positive?
So my positive, Michael Van Buren getting valuable time at QB.
Yes.
Really setting up for 2026 if he stays, and depending on what the new coach and his style is. But yeah, I think this is perfect. He gets good playing time in LSU. I know he had good playing time at Mississippi State, but I think this would bode well for his future.
I agree, and this is just kind of the way the college football is. It like even if he doesn't, like you said, even if he doesn't stay at LSU, it will be good for him in the future wherever he goes.
Yeah,
because there's a good chance that he does not stay at LSU. Unfortunately, because he looked really good. He threw some darts. I agree. My second positive was the running game looked good. I love Harlem Berry. I hope to God he sticks around at LSU because he is fun to fucking watch.
Yeah, he's good.
And Caden Durham had a good run. He had like a 27-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, and he's kind of feeding off of Harlem Berry's success a little bit, which is nice. That's what you want. You want to see them kind of go head to head and try to, not let Caden Durham not let himself get left in the dust.
Yep. I agree. What's your other positive?
Other positive on this one, I don't know what it is, but Harold Perkins just has some sort of vendetta against Arkansas, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
I am all here for it. Like, he has his absolute monster of games against Arkansas. Arkansas just wants him to graduate for the love of God. But, yeah.
I mean, he's probably going to the pros next year, but, if he stuck around one more year, I wouldn't be mad.
I wouldn't be mad either.
I would circle the Arkansas game next year for sure.
Yeah.
The negatives. There's a couple. Mine, the glaring one is the special teams. The special teams got to figure it out. Mm-hmm. It was atrocious. A punt block. We had 25-yard punt. I like Grant Chadwick. He actually, if he gets a hold of it, like when he can actually fucking kick it, he boots it. Mm-hmm. He boots it down the field. It's just it's so inconsistent. So inconsistent. I think special teams got to get better.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not really his fault, but he got blocked that one kick.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It was a blocked kick, but that's a special teams thing.
Yeah, that's a whole special teams
whole
unit.
Special teams. But yeah, that was my first negative. What you got?
Yeah, I have like the offense didn't sway me a whole lot.
No.
It still needs to get touchdowns on drives. It's still not convincing. I mean, it was entertaining to watch 3 trick plays in a row on one drive, but like that means your offense isn't producing.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to.
You shouldn't have to resort to trick plays.
No, especially 3 in a row. I like a trick play every now and then. I do. It's but yeah, that's a little overkill.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got to get better against running quarterbacks. I know Whit Weeks is out. But like I just come on. Like we've been bad against running quarterbacks all season long. Mm-hmm. figure it the fuck out. We got to do something. Put a spy. I don't know. That was my two negatives. I special teams got to get better, and we need to get better against running quarterbacks.
Yeah, I mean, there's questions. There's not. I'd like them to figure out answers to them, but this late in the season, it's kind of doubtful to see if they would, or if they would. Mm-hmm. My other negative on this one, I was like, we kind of have to start games a little bit better.
Yes,
we're coming out way too flat, and I mean, I was hoping the interim bump, would get that jolt a little bit that we need. And maybe, Frank Wilson, with his enthusiasm with Louisiana and LSU, would help, reinvigorate the team. But, yeah, that's got to get better because you want to be able to kind of finish off the season and create some momentum, especially if you want a lot of guys staying and not going into the transfer portal.
Yep.
That'll do wonders in that department.
Yep, I agree. Let's see about the game. We had a nice goal line stand. I did like that. That was really good. The defense came through in the fourth. I mean, obviously, this has been the theme of the season. It's the defense is just keeping us in these games, and the offense is doing just enough. But I will say this: Michael Van Buren had another couple of throws where they were literally on a rope.
Yep.
And that's unfortunately, I'm in the position with not only LSU but with the Saints where I just need a couple of good plays to make me believe. I don't like where I'm at because it's kind of a loser mentality. I saw a couple of good plays from Michael Van Buren. College is obviously a little different than NFL. Mm-hmm. College, you're developing. This is a good confidence booster, but I'm also doing the same thing with the Saints where I see Ryan Shook throw a couple of good passes, and I'm like, okay, all right, this is it. We're on a we may have lost the game, or I guess they did win the game, but the previous game they lost. We may have lost the game, but he looked good, for a couple of passes. But yeah, I don't like where I'm at with that, but Van Buren did look good.
If you tried to do that for Tyler Shuck, Michael Van Buren, you're like, okay, yeah, maybe he can come in next year and, progress and get better. But if you say that, Tyler Shuck is still developing, he's still growing into the position. Yeah, that's a 26-year-old man that you're talking about,
He's an old rookie.
He's not growing much anymore. So,
is he really 26?
I believe so. It's either that or he just turned 26.
Damn, that's wild.
Yeah. He was on the same Oregon team as Justin Herbert.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. He was a freshman at Oregon whenever he was. Yeah, he's 26 years old.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane. We have a 26-year-old rookie.
Yep.
Oh, man, I thought he was... The fact that 26-year-olds were born in 1999 is also freaking me out, but that's a different thing. That's me getting older. What else did you have in the game? Look, it was a gritty fucking game.
It was. It was a gritty
game, and I like winning gritty games. I feel better after winning gritty games. It's a different feeling than if you blow them out or if you obviously get blown out. Winning gritty games is so nice.
And the game looks a lot better when you actually take a look at the games that Arkansas has played up until this point rather than their actual record. Because if you look at their record, they're 2-9. You're like, man, we only beat them by 1 point. But if you look, especially ever since Bobby Petrino took over.
I love Bobby Petrino, by the way.
He's been, all of his games have been close.
Yeah, he is still as feisty and as... he's Bobby Petrino.
Oh, but he wants that job.
Oh yeah,
he wants that job.
Was fired up, man. Yeah. I think he loves being mad out there. Mm-hmm. That's what he gets off on. He's like, I want to find something or someone to piss me off out on the football field so I can enjoy myself.
Yeah. But I think he also sees it kind of slipping away from him because a lot of Arkansas head coaching talk has been elsewhere rather than Bobby Petrino because he hasn't been able to pull off some of these games, which I don't know. Like, if there's enough coaches that reject Arkansas, do they just fall back to him?
He didn't do terrible.
I mean, but he hasn't won.
No. I'm talking about when his previous head coaching stint.
Oh, absolutely not. That's why I thought it was a coup to take Sam Pittman out,
and put Bobby Petrino in.
Yeah, and give him the opportunity to showcase himself for the rest of the year. You know, surprise some people and then win the job.
Also, they got to understand he took over a shit fucking team.
Yeah, but what's gonna look good for the boosters?
A win against Texas next week at Texas.
That is true. That is very true.
Yeah. Because they got Texas and Missouri. If he can pull off a win next week at Texas, I think he might solidify his role at Arkansas as head coach.
He very well could.
I want it because like having the personalities like we usually do as head coaches in the SEC is necessary. Mm-hmm. I love the personalities, man. Like when we had Mike Leach, we had like Ed Orgeron, Nick Saban, Lane Kiffin, like
Eli Drinkwitz.
These personalities at the Jimbo Fisher, these personalities in the SEC. I love it. And Bobby Petrino would just fit right on in.
Yeah.
I need it. I need these personalities as head coaches in the SEC. It makes it so much more fun.
I think it's almost essential too. I mean, you could date back all the way to Steve Spurrier days.
Yes.
Like both Florida and South Carolina. Like you almost have to do that to, instill some hype into your fan base and also like, I don't know, just throw some jabs in mind games at the opponents.
Yeah, I agree. And like I think it's just a Southern thing because like when Butch Davis did it in Miami, and then they had Larry Coker, which that was kind of funny. But yeah, it was just I don't know. It's fun to have fun coaches or fun personalities as coaches in your conference.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. You got anything else on the LSU Arkansas game?
I think that's about it.
All right. Let's get to Georgia versus Texas. This kind of solidified what everyone was thinking. Texas is overrated. Georgia is a hoss. They're a powerhouse. That's kind of like it just solidified my view of both of those teams.
Yeah, and it solidifies that Kirby loves this team.
Yes.
He very much loves this team.
Yes, he does.
In case you didn't know.
No, yeah. How do we know?
We know from every after-game interview from him.
He
loves his team.
He loves this team. No, I think Georgia is really, really fucking good, and I think Texas was a little overrated. There was the Arch Manning effect. They are talented. I think Sark might be. I don't want to say he's losing it there, but I think his mind might be a little elsewhere.
Really?
I think
Where is it?
In the NFL. I think I really do think he might bolt to the NFL after this season. I don't know. I don't know. It just this game just kind of it just told me what I already thought about both teams, and it just solidified my opinion on him. So that's Gunnar Stockton had a game though.
He did have a game.
He had a fucking game.
He had a game.
Shit.
I will say that, but I mean, granted, this was a 14-10 ball game going into the fourth quarter.
Correct. Yeah.
The
Texas kind of let it slip away in the fourth.
And also, Kirby Smart kind of showed how gigantic his balls were.
Yeah.
Doing an onside kick after going up 21-10. That was wild. That was some Sean Payton level shit.
Yeah.
Sean Payton in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I did win a lot of money on this because I slammed Georgia.
That's a good call.
Texas.
Good call.
But yeah, no, I that was another thing. That was one of the things I wanted to talk to you about. Sarkisian, I think he's going to the NFL. I don't know. I don't know that for certain. I don't have anybody in Austin talking to people, but it kind of just seems like he's moved on.
Okay.
I don't
Interesting. It's an interesting take.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be my take, but it's an interesting take.
It's fine.
It's your take.
It is my take. Yes, it's just my opinion. We got anything else on this?
That's it.
All right, Oklahoma versus Bama. So this is funny because if you look at the box score for this game, did you take a look at the box score?
A little bit. I was checking out some stats here and there, but not
Okay.
really like
No.
team stats and such.
I wasn't looking at like stats in particular, but if you take a look at the box score of this game, you got Alabama, Ty Simpson, 28 of 42 for 326 yards, a touchdown and an interception. You had Hill with 60 yards. They had 80 total yards of offense. Great game offensively.
Yeah, one of their better running games.
Yes. You have John Mateer, 15 of 23 for 138 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Mm-hmm. You have a grand total of 74 yards rushing, and Oklahoma still won.
And you win the game.
It's wild. It's wild. Now, I will say this: the Oklahoma defense showed up. Oklahoma defense showed up. They had 17 points off of the turnovers. There was 3 turnovers. Alabama had 3 turnovers. They capitalized on all 3 of them. You can't win with that type of performance from your offense if you're Alabama. It doesn't matter how many yards or what the stats you put up. If they're going to capitalize on all your turnovers, you're done.
Yeah. I mean, I just couldn't tell if Oklahoma came to a football game, or at least their defense came to a football game, or an all-out brawl.
Yeah.
They were punching everything. Like, anytime they were near the proximity of the football, they were wailing on that football, which is, sign of a good defense. I mean, you always see the better defenses in the league are always, going after that football. But yeah, they were punching everything.
I will say this: if Oklahoma and Bama played each other 10 times, I'd probably pick Alabama 8 times out of 10.
Yeah,
I think Alabama's the better team. Oklahoma just played the better game.
Yeah, but I think people forgot how much of a spoiler John Mateer can be. He's been hurt most of this year.
Correct, and I agree.
He came back way too early on the Texas game.
Right,
Way too early.
And he's still not playing very well.
I mean,
he didn't play very well today.
He did what he needed to do.
What do you mean? What does that mean? No, the defense did what they needed to do. He had 138 passing yards.
Yeah, probably because he had short fields.
Well, that's true, but what I'm saying is, like, he still didn't. I don't know. He had 6. Well, yeah, maybe.
I'm just saying, like, he could be a little bit of a spoiler. I don't think he plays.
Had 10 rushes for 23 yards. That's 2.3 rushing yards per attempt. I don't think he really had much of an impact on the game. You might be right, but 3 turnovers.
But you don't.
That doesn't mean 138 yards passing.
You don't have to be like a game changer, a complete game changer, or a stats takeover when you have a defense like theirs. I will say, I mean, obviously the defense carried the game, but I mean,
yeah, but you were just talking about John Mateer like he is a game changer.
But he can
but he didn't today. He didn't Saturday.
He can influence a game.
He didn't Saturday.
I'm just saying. I think that's what Bama was overlooking.
No, they overlooked the fact that they were going to punch every ball out of their arms on every single play, coming in flying. No, I don't think I do like John Mateer. I liked him way more after the first 4 games of the season than I do now, but I don't think he mattered this game. I really don't.
Okay. But we could both agree that they overplayed the black hoodie, and I'm glad that that's over, right? Let's be real.
Yeah.
That was way too much.
Way too much. Yeah. I do like how there is chaos going into the the last 2 games of the of the schedule.
Oh, absolutely.
This is absolute chaos because anything can happen. I don't like the conference championships, but that will also throw a wrench into things as well.
Yep.
I really don't. I don't know why I don't like it, but guess if you look at the college football rankings just came out. Guess who's number 12? If it ended today, guess who's number 12?
Is it Vandy?
Nope.
No.
No, it's a one of the smaller schools.
Is it North Texas?
Nope.
North Texas? No. Who is it?
Tulane.
Tulane. Nice.
Yeah.
Green Wave.
Yeah, baby. But yeah, I love the chaos that it's thrown in. This is honestly, I love the obviously the expanded playoffs that needed to happen. I love that it's growing into these super conferences, and I think they just need to fucking figure it out. Just figure out the Power Four. Just have Power Four. Have them play each other. Forget these tiny colleges, and just have it. I don't know. Maybe add the tiny colleges to the Power Four. Maybe add Tulane to the SEC. Maybe add Memphis to the Big Ten. You know, like do something with those little schools. Maybe JMU to the ACC. You know, JMU seems like an ACC school. Like just have the Power Four, a bunch of teams, but not all fucking college football teams. You know what I'm saying? Not all the FBS teams. I don't know. I think there's a lot of room for them to figure this shit out, or maybe they could have all the FBS teams.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm brainstorming right now.
Try to get more of the Group of 5 into the Power 4 conferences, type of thing.
Something like that. I like the 4 because the 4 is even. 4 is even. You can make divisions. You can do all sorts of shit.
It makes sense in your mind. It's very musical and
correct.
Like
yes,
that sense
it's
as well.
orderly. It's even. I can bracket everything. Yes, I like the 4.
Okay.
Anyways, okay, that was our Bama versus Oklahoma talk. SEC, continuing the SEC, A&M versus South Carolina. I loved this stat when it came up. Teams were 0-286 in SEC conference play when trailing by 27-plus points since 2004. South Carolina was obviously winning by 27 points.
Yes.
At halftime.
Yes.
And Texas A&M came back. Dude, all right, I just want to say this. That state trooper was being a fucking dick.
Oh, he definitely was. Did you
see that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Everybody saw that one.
Yeah, that straight trooper. He literally all right. You ever see the guys in January? The guys in the gym that walk around with their arms out like they have invisible lats. Mm-hmm. That's what the fucking state trooper was doing.
Yeah.
He just walked around like he had invisible lats. Bumped into the fucking South Carolina player, and just turned around and started yelling at him.
And pointed to him like it was his fault.
Yes, correct. And that was honestly, this is how douchey Texas A&M is. That's all they needed, and they came back.
I know. I was gonna say as much as that was just ridiculous.
They
should thank him.
Yes, no, that's what I'm saying. That's how douchey fucking A&M is. I fucking hate A&M. That should tell you all you need to know about Texas A&M right there.
They got too much into South Carolina's head.
Yep. Well, that state trooper has since been relieved of his duties. Thank God, because he's a fucking douche. I do want to say this. Are the Texas A&M Aggies frauds?
Because they're frauds.
Yes, because South Carolina, I mean, I consider this like a soft win for South Carolina, even though they blew one of the biggest leads in SEC history. They were stomping A&M in the first half. Like, It was like, granted, I know they had that 80-yard touchdown pass at the end of the half, but they dominated A&M. And if South Carolina can dominate A&M, I think they're going to have a hard time in the playoffs.
Well, if you take a look at all their SEC wins this year, It actually is against teams that are on the bottom half of the SEC. So, like, if you split the SEC in half right now, all of their wins are on the bottom of the SEC. So, you do have a legit point. And honestly, that's probably why we haven't taken Texas A&M very seriously up until, recent weeks. Probably LSU, I would have to say.
Right.
Be the first week. But again, LSU's kind of in the bottom half of the SEC this year.
Yeah, they're not good.
So, yeah, I thought you were going to actually, when you were going to ask that question, I thought you were going to phrase it was, is Texas A&M good? But you phrased it as, is Texas A&M frauds?
Correct. Because they
which
are
really threw me off guard.
Well, well, they're top 5, I think.
Yeah,
in the new standings.
Or no,
in the new standings.
I thought Texas Tech was number 5.
Oh, Texas Tech is number 5. You're right. They are not number 5. They are currently number 3. So I was correct.
You were correct.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
definitely. I was fraud on that
it's
one.
Okay. I think they are. They might be fraudulent. I don't know. This top 15 here, dude, is it's a thing. I like how they brought Miami back up. They brought Miami back up to number 13. I think they screwed them, especially because they beat Notre Dame, who is number 9. BYU is a little sus. They're up there at 11, and
aren't they still without their starting QB?
Correct, they are.
Which technically is their third string QB if you count out Jake Ratzliff, or whatever his name's pronounced. The QB at Tulane right now.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you remember his little, I guess, scandal? Because obviously he's at BYU. He's Mormon. He had sex. And then he got,
I forgot about that. He had sex. Oh, wow. What a terrible person.
I know.
God.
So you got
sex before marriage? Ew.
Yep.
Gross.
Yep. And somebody tattled on him.
How did he even know what to do?
No clue. No clue.
I didn't know what to do. One thing I think is a little screwy. Georgia Tech's getting shafted. Like, they only have one loss. Brent Pry is a great fucking coach, and they're out of the top 15.
Because the ACC sucks.
I know, but at least give them a chance. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 two-loss teams in front of them. Almost half the teams in front of them are two-loss teams. And they're sitting there with one loss. I know I don't think their loss was very good though. They lost to NC State. It was at NC State, but still, they don't really have a great record. If they can pull off a W against Georgia, then they'll definitely get in. But there's absolutely no fucking way.
Yeah, they got to get a better strength of schedule, and like you said, I mean, prime opportunity with Georgia coming up. So.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, but I love how we get off topic, but yeah, Texas A&M, great comeback.
And just like that, Virginia Tech hires James Franklin.
And James Franklin to Virginia Tech. I thought was weird. I thought Shane Beamer would go. Speaking of Texas, South Carolina.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Shane Beamer giving up that lead, they were like, "Oh yeah, we're just gonna go with James Franklin."
Okay, wait. So I thought they hired James Franklin before the end of that game.
They did.
Okay. All right. Oh, that would have been a good story. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I ruined your story. I'm sorry.
Well, it was just my joke, but yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. The James Franklin. I mean, as he should. Penn State, most of the years that he was there, Penn State was a powerhouse. They just couldn't win the big game. And I don't think, we'll see if it follows them to Virginia Tech.
Yeah, I think it's a home run hire. I've seen some articles that have came out and have kind of dissed on the hire. I really, really like it for Virginia Tech. Because I don't think, Virginia Tech really has not been relevant since Frank Beamer. And I thought the only person really that could save them, it was Shane Beamer, just because association because of Frank, and he kind of plays similar ball like him. But I think James Franklin has the pedigree and resume to bring them back to relevancy, and especially in the ACC.
I think he'll do better recruiting and bringing people in wise to Virginia Tech, because Virginia Tech is such a fucking cool school. Like, Virginia Tech is awesome.
It is a cool school, and actually, it is like a better academic school a little bit than most schools in the U.S. I'm not going to say it's like up there on the highest level, but he also has previous experience at Vanderbilt, so he knows how to recruit for those type of schools. And then it's not going to be like it's that much harder, but it's probably, I think it's a better acceptance rate or a harder acceptance rate than Penn State is. But that won't matter because he's done that already at Vanderbilt.
He's probably already recruited that area before.
Yeah, and then he's got experience with Penn State as being a national, prominent national team on the big stage. All he needs to really do is just get over the hump, which Virginia Tech's not at that stage right now.
The hump being win the big one.
Yeah, and you know what? Who knows? Maybe having a second chance at it with another school could get a chip on his shoulder.
100%.
Virginia Tech could benefit from that. I think it's a home run hire.
Good. I agree. I honestly, it's better for Virginia Tech than it was for James Franklin, but I think it's going to be great for both parties.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got anything else in college football?
That's about it.
Are you sure?
I mean, unless you want to address the Lane Kiffin rumors.
Yeah, we probably should. Let's dive into that. So Lane Kiffin's family got flown to Florida, flown to Gainesville, and flown to Baton Rouge. I don't take any of this seriously, because this all could be Lane Kiffin just milking everything for what it's worth, which is what he should do. Also, the crazy rumors was people were saying that he had to make Ole Miss was giving him an ultimatum to decide before the Egg Bowl.
Apparently, that's not true.
Well, okay, that's what he said. If I'm Ole Miss, we need to know, because they have to find a coach too. Mm-hmm. They have to go find a coach, and I believe they gave Lane Kiffin an ultimatum. It is not in Lane Kiffin's best interest to say that Ole Miss gave him an ultimatum. He doesn't want that. The Ole Miss wants that. You see what I'm saying?
It's definitely on.
It's more advantageous for Ole Miss that rumor gets out than for Lane Kiffin. That's why Lane Kiffin denied it on the Pat McAfee show, and that's why he doesn't want it, and that's why he's milking everything. He wants the longer this shit lasts, the better it is for Lane Kiffin. Ole Miss wants that shit to end right now.
Oh, absolutely.
If they had their way, Lane Kiffin would sign that fucking contract that's been sitting on his desk for the last 4 weeks.
Yeah, it's been for a while.
Yeah. So I believe that they gave him an ultimatum. I think Lane Kiffin holds all the cards. That's why he can say that they didn't.
That's true. He definitely holds a lot of the cards.
So he can big dick Ole Miss easy. So yeah, where Lane Kiffin goes, I guess we'll getting back to the question. I think he goes to Florida. Unfortunately, so? Yeah.
I have to disagree. I actually do think if he has the choice and it's up to his choice, I think he does go to LSU. I just do find it kind of funny that Ole Miss is the ugly chick in this scenario. That found him down in his dumps, and took him under her wing, and built him up, saw the potential in him, and then now he realizes how big he is, and now he's just putting her to the wayside.
Yep. Yep. He's it. Yeah. Ole Miss is the girl that it's like in the Wolf of Wall Street. His first wife.
Yep.
Builds him up, and then now he got rich and everything, and then he went for Margot Robbie. That's okay. That's funny. But yeah, no, I think he definitely leaves Ole Miss. I don't think he stays there, but his daughter does go to Ole Miss. His son is a starting quarterback at the local high school there. So there is a couple of anchors, if you will, in Oxford.
But I will counter you that his daughter is also dating the linebacker at LSU. So that anchor could also be dropped in Baton Rouge.
You can always pick up an anchor and drop it somewhere else.
You can drop that anchor right there. And
yeah.
And his son, that's playing high school in Mississippi. Where he commits to college could be somewhere completely different.
Also, high school in Louisiana is better than Mississippi. I have nothing to base that on. I'm just, yeah.
Besides per capita players that go to the NFL, yeah.
There's more players from Louisiana that go to the NFL.
Yeah, that's
okay.
That's what
I'm
helping
saying.
You out.
Okay, all right, there you go. All right, cool. Yeah, no, so we'll see. I still, at this point, I'd rather Lane Kiffin.
Oh, definitely.
Now that I see what's out there, if it's not Nick Saban, I want Lane Kiffin.
Yeah.
It just took me a little bit because I still hate his stupid fucking face. But he's sober Kiffin now.
He's sober Kiffin now. He's taking it seriously.
Yes, he's taking it seriously. He's still posting pictures with him doing hot yoga with hot chicks. And I kind of dig it.
Yeah, the swag hasn't left.
No.
It's just, now he's not doing the dumb shit.
And it could, a move to LSU could propel him to that next level. It's national championship time.
Well, we don't want to go too far. We don't want him to go on, Tinder lane,
Yeah, well, okay, don't go to Tinder. No.
Yeah. We remember whenever Ed Orgeron.
Yeah, but I think he'll see Ed Orgeron's mistakes and
because he's sober.
Yes, because he's sober. Exactly. All right. I think that about wraps up college football. Yeah?
Yep.
All right, let's go to our college football picks. Last week we had my game of the week we had our what was it? What did we call it? Oklahoma versus Bama. It was
we were trying to decide. We were thinking it was an anti-GMO, but that didn't have a ring to it.
I didn't like it. No.
So I think we'll do this as a head-to-head matchup.
Head-to-head. We had a head-to-head game of the week. Oklahoma at Bama. I had Bama -6. That clearly did not hit. You had Oklahoma +6. Good call.
Yes.
Good call.
And I was actually able to go back to some historical data on how we've done, because we've had quite a few head-to-head matchups up until this point. Funny enough, we were actually 2-2. We were tied for head-to-head matchups.
We're doing much better on JMO specials, I believe. But
yes,
2-2.
2-2.
Very nice. Okay, I like that. All right, cool. We're at 500. My dog of the week was Virginia at Duke. I had Virginia +5.5. Vegas didn't get me on that one. You didn't get me on that one. I won that one. Who was your dog of the week?
Dog of the week, I had South Carolina at Texas A&M +18.5. Like I said, that was way too big of a spread for an SEC game.
Yeah.
Especially for not a bottom feeder of the SEC. And South Carolina has some talent. They don't have depth, but they have some talent.
Correct. Yeah. I had my favorite of the week was Texas at Georgia. I had Georgia -6. That was the easiest money. I bet that really hard this past weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, my favorite of the week, I had -16.5 Georgia Tech at Boston College. I thought coming off that loss, they would have kind of more of a avenge game. They were kind of in the same boat as Texas A&M scrambling for their life. But, so I lost that one. But I was 2 for 1 for the week.
Nice. Were you 2-1? I was 2-1 and 2 as well. Let's see. Let's get to the NFL. We had a bye week. I will say this.
Are we doing this week's picks?
Oh yeah, sorry. Let's go to this week's picks. My game of the week. Oh yeah, this is my favorite part. I don't know why I forgot. I guess I was waiting until the end to do all of them. My game of the week, Joseph. This college football slate is terrible. It's all homecoming games.
That's true. That's true.
This is homecoming weekend. It is a terrible college football slate. I will say this. My game of the week is USC at Oregon.
So is mine.
Okay. I have Oregon minus 9.5.
No.
Come on! Oregon's going to stomp USC in Oregon.
So the line I saw was plus 10.5, but I'm still going with.
Wait, even if it's at 9, because according to DraftKings sportsbook, it is 9.5.
When is ESPN going to follow DraftKings? Didn't they say they were going to do that?
I don't know. Look up ESPN right now.
ESPN's plus 10.5.
Is it still 10.5?
I mean,
how is it?
I saw it.
How is it a full point?
I saw it literally earlier today. That that was the spread, which I thought that was kind of a lot.
Here's the thing, all right, because I will say this. I don't know if this makes a difference, but if it was minus 10.5, I wouldn't pick Oregon.
You'd pick.
I'd stay away from this game.
Oh, it's now minus 9.5.
So does that change? Because like I said, if it was minus 10.5, I would not pick. I would not bet this game. That 1 point, because a 10-point lead is doable.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
It's a very common lead and score.
It may not seem like a lot, but that 1 point lead, that 1 point is huge in this game.
I know, and I actually picked this with it being 10.5, thinking that USC could still lose by 10.
Correct. Yes, that's the biggest thing. And like, people who don't gamble may not understand this, but that is a huge thing.
And I was going to give USC, and I was going to give their coach. Who's that little guy? That a little offensive genius coach for USC. I'm blanking right now.
I don't know. It's not Lincoln Riley?
Yeah, Lincoln Riley.
Oh, okay, the little guy. Oh, yeah, the head coach. Yeah, Lincoln Riley, yeah.
Yes.
I thought you were talking about their offensive coordinator.
No, Lincoln Riley. I was going to give Lincoln Riley some credit because he's kind of been adapting a little bit ever since he's been in the Big Ten. He's been actually putting together a little bit of a defense and a different play calling scheme. But if it's minus 9.5, let's do a JMO special.
Let's go JMO special. Because, again, like I said, people who don't gamble will never understand how much that 1 point has an influence.
It does. And, that was the thing. I had plus 10.5 at the time, which I wonder if that did drop that quickly.
It dropped.
Which that's crazy. But
that's crazy.
Yeah, let's go.
That means everybody was betting USC plus 10.5. Yeah, now I say minus 9.5. All right, we got JMO special. Speaking of which, JMO specials were 6-2.
Yes, so JMO specials are 6-2 for the season right now. Wish they were 6-1 going into the season or going into this year,
or this week.
But yeah, we did have a loss this week.
It's okay. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. All right, my favorite of the week: Pitt at Georgia Tech. I got Georgia Tech minus 2.5. I think Georgia Tech's gonna smoke Pitt.
Let's go.
Oh, we got another one
special.
Let's go. Oh, I'm so fucking pumped.
Big time.
Fucking right, baby. So you had Georgia Tech as well?
Yep.
All right.
Favorite of the week.
All right. My underdog of the week. Tennessee at Florida. Florida plus 4.
Okay.
No?
That's...
Oh, no.
It's risky.
You didn't have...
No, I did
not. Okay. I was hoping we do 3 out of 3, man.
That would have been crazy.
That would have
been crazy.
All right.
But I went with actually Arkansas plus 8.5 at Texas.
At Texas? I stayed away from that because for the sole reason I think Texas is going to be pissed off and take out all their frustrations on Arkansas.
See, I have a different approach in their mentality is that Texas is officially kicked out of the playoffs. So, what's the motivation? They're already bowl eligible. Where's the motivation? This is going to be a real coaching moment for Steve Sarkisian. Where do you find the drive? And then Arkansas, Bobby Petrino is still looking for that win. We just talked about that. We just talked about how Bobby Petrino, if he wins against Texas and wins against Missouri, that may do the push that they need to get him that head coaching job. He's still fighting for that job.
That is true. That is true.
Right? It's a little bit of a different perspective. Look, you don't have to bet it. You already bet your dog.
I got my dog. Oh yeah, Florida. Because Florida, they put up a good fight against Ole Miss. They fought hard. Yeah, they lost by 10, but they put up a good fight. Tennessee is not as good as Ole Miss, and it's in Gainesville. I mean, so back when the SEC was divided East and West, these two teams were in the East, and they played each other every single year.
Yeah,
they don't like each other. This is one of the fact that Florida fought against Ole Miss tells me all I need to know about that team's mentality. I'm gonna take the points. I like Florida +4.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I'm actually now that you explained that, I'm probably gonna bet Arkansas.
It's not a bad little bet, huh?
It's not a bad little bet. Not a bad little bet. All right, let's get through the NFL really quickly because the Saints didn't play. I did have some news from the Saints organization. Gail Benson said that Mickey Loomis is not getting fired. She went so far as to say those are ridiculous rumors, I guess. Ridiculous notions that Mickey Loomis would get fired. I have a spin zone on this. The fact that she had to come out and say it is a good thing for us because I think that's usually if you look at coaches who get fired mid-season, it usually prior to that is a GM or an owner saying that we are sticking with this coach.
Well, it's like, what is it? Is it the stages of grief or something like that? It's first identifying it.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I think we're finally we're identifying that Mickey Loomis is in fact the sole central point of our grief. That is where it's all derived from.
Okay, so you spin zoned it to a positive.
Correct.
We're just in stage 1 right now.
Correct. Which again, this is a positive because we have not been in stage 1 of Mickey Loomis getting canned, which is what we need to do. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I think everybody and their grandmother knows that.
Yeah.
He's got to go. This is stage 1. This is step 1. We're heading in the right direction, people. Saints fans, we are on track.
So how do we get rid of the blackmail information that he has against the Bensons?
Glad you brought that up. The pictures, okay? Those are only going to last as long as Gail Benson is alive. And God bless her soul. God bless her heart. She is on her way out.
As much as she wants to dye her hair and, fool us into thinking she's not as old.
She's very old. She's very old. I think he, again, also the step-by-step process, it works. It dilutes the evidence that he has against us.
Okay.
I don't know
Fair
how,
enough.
but I think it does. But yeah, that was my spin zone. I'm doing everything and anything I can to reach as far as I can to get Loomis out of there.
All right, I like it.
This is me coping, okay?
Yep.
All right, let's get to the NFL slate. We'll run through these. Chiefs versus Broncos. The Broncos. This is insane. I have a picture. This is absolutely wild.
They're just gonna barely beat everybody this year.
They are the definition of playing to their competition.
Yeah.
The very definition of playing to their competition.
I knew exactly where you were going with this.
You,
me, and everyone else.
Yes, it is. All right. I'm just gonna rattle off this real quick. Regular season, first game. Titans, they won 20-12. Colts, they lost 29-28. Chargers, they lost 23-20. Bengals, they won 28-3. Okay, that was blowout. Eagles, they won 21-17. Jets, the New York Jets at home, they won 13-11. The New York Giants at home, they won 33-32. And then they beat the Cowboys 44-24, whatever. At the Texans, 18-15. At home versus the Raiders, 10-7. And then at home versus the Chiefs, 22-19. They are the definition of playing to their level of competition. It is wild.
Yeah.
Wild. That is honestly, that's the main point I had from this game.
Yeah, same here. It's crazy. It's just going to be like, how long do you want to play that luck?
Yeah, exactly. Also, I got a question. Andy Reid's play calling. So besides Patrick Mahomes' one run, guess how many running backs ran the ball?
How many?
One.
Kareem
Hunt was the only running back to run the ball for the Chiefs that day. He ran the ball 13 times. Isn't that weird? Nowadays in the NFL, you have at least 2 to 3 different running backs run the ball, not including your quarterback.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. I thought that was weird.
It's a little bit odd. I mean, I guess I would have to check and see what the health of their RBs are at this point, because I guess I'm assuming Isaiah Pacheco was out.
Probably out, yeah.
So, and then, yeah, you'd have to just check and see. I don't know. Or they could just be doing a Bills thing where they're just going to throw everything on the quarterback's shoulders.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to that. Let's do Seahawks-Rams. This is how I know the Seahawks are the best team in the NFC. And look, I understand they just lost to the Rams, who arguably could be the best team in the NFC. But if your quarterback's going to throw 4 fucking interceptions and you're going to barely lose because they missed a last-second field goal, I think your team's better than that team. Your quarterback just had a bad day.
That's a good point.
I think that's what I sincerely think. Mike McDonald has great defense. That defense, the Seattle defense, is really good. He has been doing really well with Sam Darnold. JSN, Jackson Smith and Jigba, is probably the best wide receiver in the game right now.
He had that one-handed grab, which was dirty.
Unbelievable. I think, I don't know. Like, this is another one of those games where we're going to go back to John Mateer. Remember, John Mateer didn't have very many yards. Well, that was the game.
Yep.
Yeah, he didn't have very many yards. Matt Stafford only had 130 yards.
So you're going to shit on Matthew Stafford
No.
You're going to shit on him?
I'm just saying, he didn't play very well. He didn't do very well. I don't know. I'm really high on the Seahawks. I think you can't you can't throw 4 interceptions and expect to win the game. But the fact that they were a last-second missed field goal away tells me all I need to know.
Yeah. I think the Rams were playing a psychological game.
Ooh.
Now get this. Get this. So the Rams were wearing their Nike rival uniforms, which they dubbed the Midnight Mode. Now, I was kind of criticizing them at first because this wasn't a night game. I mean, you do this on a Sunday night or Monday night game, that makes sense,
Yeah.
However, when was Sam Darnold at his worst?
When he was on the Jets?
When he was seeing ghosts.
Yeah.
So going with the midnight jerseys, kind of bringing that back up again. He started seeing ghosts again. What happens? 4 interceptions.
Damn.
I know, right?
See, this is the information I need.
Exactly.
I need before before these games.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna bet money line, I need to know this information, Joe.
This is what matters into NFL betting.
Yes, 100%.
When you think it's like there's like no logic to it, yeah, there is no logic to it. It's all supernatural, like just whatever.
Superstition,
yes.
Supernatural, anything with super in it. Super Bowl.
Super.
Yes, just anything with super in it, then you just, boom, you bet that.
Yes.
dude. Oh, I need that. I need that information in my life.
It could win you a lot of money.
Yeah. All right, let's go Panthers Falcons. The Panthers are half a game away from leading the division. You know that, right?
That's wild.
That's insane.
The Saints beat them.
The Saints Saints beat them pretty soundly too. Dude, Bryce Young had 448 yards and 3 touchdowns. What's happening? The NFC South is a little whack though.
It's always been a little whack.
Yeah. I don't know what's happening. I think the Falcons suck.
I think losing like this at home with this talent is a fireable offense.
They got to get rid of Raheem. He's got to go.
Raheem Morris, he's got to go.
Yeah,
for sure.
He's so bad. This is like you got Bijan Robinson, Drake London. They got a decent offensive line. All right, Michael Penix, I'm not a big fan of, but they're.
I mean, he's out for the year.
I know, but that's what I was about to say. We'll see what Kirk Cousins does.
Yeah, but the thing at the same time, how do you have Kirk Cousins have like one of his best years in his career, and then go to the Falcons and then suck? I mean, this is spanning from last year, but at the same time, like it's not like he doesn't. It's not like he doesn't have talent around him right now.
Right. Well, I guess we'll see. Maybe Raheem Morris doesn't like him. I don't know. I think he should have sat Michael Penix and I don't know, just let Kirk Cousins fail if he will, and then bring Michael Penix in. That is always the key to success for a young quarterback. You have to put him behind the older quarterback. Let the older quarterback or whatever. It doesn't even have to be an older quarterback. Let another quarterback fail. Have him come in. Jackson Dart.
Yeah, but they did that a little bit last year. I mean, they did that last year with Michael Penix, and just Cousins kind of played himself out of it. But again, I think that kind of goes back to coaching. Like you had Kevin O'Connell at Vikings, and he was playing awesome. Yep. So like, why can't he do that at Atlanta Falcons where he's got Drake London, Bijan Robinson, which also takes the load off of him a little bit more so. Kyle Pitts. I mean, there's talent up and down.
All over. Staying in the NFC South, Bucks versus Bills. This was a great game. This was I call it the slump busters. It was the battle of the slumps. Both of these teams are going through slumps. And the Bills won the slump buster.
I was surprised. I actually bet the Bucks with this one because I really thought that was a lot of points. And it would have been hit, but Buffalo just decided to score a last-minute touchdown.
No, Josh Allen happened.
Oh, well, when I mean Buffalo is Josh Allen.
6 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Name me another player that's on Buffalo Bills other than Josh Allen.
I mean, I can, but like most people would not say Khalil Shakir, Keon Coleman, Dalton King.
Well, Keon Coleman got benched, so
that doesn't count. Then.
You can scratch that one off.
Dawson Knox is on the bench.
Yeah,
who's their running back? I mean, I know who the running back is.
Well, you got James Cook.
Yeah, Devin Singletary's actually been playing pretty well.
Yeah, do you remember that Joey Bosa's actually on that team?
Yeah, dude, that was pretty crazy. I saw that.
Yeah, no, like there's like people on that team that are studs and such, but
Tre'Davious White,
yeah, he's back on the team.
Yep.
But when you talk about any highlights from the Bills, it's all Josh Allen. Like
it's all Josh Allen.
Offensive coordinator Joe Brady has been like, yeah, our team is Josh Allen. That's the way it's going to be.
Mm-hmm. And Joe Brady should stay as the offensive coordinator for the Buffalo Bills.
Probably should.
Yes. You got anything else?
That's about it.
I will say this. The Bucs are very injured. They have injuries all over the place. Mm-hmm. They got to get guys back. Eagles versus Lions, last game. Are the Lions okay?
I think I was kind of looking at this one. I think it was Jared Goff's fault.
Yeah?
The double gloves. in 45-degree weather.
And yeah.
Yeah, who are you?
That's so
Kenny Pickett?
California.
Yeah.
That's the most California thing I've ever. It's so soft.
Yeah, it was very soft. I mean, granted, if it was like below freezing, I would be like, okay, you know what? That's one thing. But apparently, he actually has done that in certain times in the past.
Really? In 45-degree weather? NFL players go sunbathe in 45-degree weather.
See, that's why I don't know. I think that's typically what he does is in colder weather, but I don't know if it was maybe 45 degree. Like 45 is not.
That's not cold.
That's not terrible.
I go golf in 45-degree weather.
But yeah, if Kenny Pickett has like shown us anything, like it's not beneficial to wear double gloves.
No. Show me a professional golfer that double gloves.
But you can wear one glove.
Yeah.
One glove is very fine on your
100%.
non-throwing hand. But your throwing hand, you need to be able to grip that.
100%.
You need to grip that real well.
Yes, 100%. They've lost they've lost 3 of their last 5. They're in a slump. They need a slump buster, which leads me to believe that I'm going to bet heavy on the Lions' next game.
Okay. Maybe that'll lead us right into the picks.
Maybe. Oh yeah. They're right now they're -11 against the Giants. So yeah, I think they're going to just stomp the Giants. All right. Game of the week. Colts at Chiefs.
I have the Colts at Chiefs, but I have them for another pick. What do you have?
Chiefs -3.5.
I got Chiefs -3.5.
Fucking right, baby. Let's go. Oh my gosh, dude, this is gonna be a good fucking week.
That's 3 JMO specials.
3 JMO specials, baby. Oh man, I'm gonna bet all of them too. Yeah, no, my game. I think the Chiefs. This is a bounce back game after losing. It's in Arrowhead. They're gonna get up for this. This is the type of game that Patrick Mahomes does well in.
Yeah. I have that as my favorite of the week. I was kind of more sure on that one.
What's your game of the week?
Game of the week, I have actually got Steelers at the Bears.
Nice. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. I don't like that one because Rodgers probably isn't gonna be playing. But I do like that matchup.
Yeah, and that's why I picked the Bears -3.
Yeah,
because of Aaron Rodgers, you got Mason Rudolph. I think that's gonna be unpredictable. Maybe if it was at Pittsburgh.
Bears -3.
Yeah, maybe if it was at Pittsburgh, I would have maybe thought Mason Rudolph a little bit better. But at the Bears, it screams Bears win.
This is also one of those games where don't ever turn that game off until the last second ticks off the clock because the Bears have been notorious for coming back in the fourth quarter.
Yo, definitely.
Just Ben Johnson has been orchestrating that entire fucking team. It is glorious to watch.
I mean, if we have a Bears versus Broncos, no one might not actually win that game. It may just go to a tie.
Yeah.
And if it's the playoffs, it may never end.
Yeah. My favorite of the week is Seattle at the Titans. I think Seattle is going to come back with a vengeance. It's Seattle -13.5. Yes, I think they're going to win by 2 touchdowns. I know that's a big ass fucking line in the NFL, but I think the Titans have checked out. They are not they're not going to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Seahawks need to make a statement. Seahawks -13.5. What's your
dog of the week?
Dog of the week, I guess.
Dog of the week.
So we got your game of the week and favorite of the week, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Got my game of the week. Got my favorite of the week. My dog of the week is Bucks at Rams. I got +7 on the Bucks.
Bucks at Rams +7 on the Bucks. Oof. Are you sure? Did they? I don't think the Bucks were +7. Were they?
Could be having different lines again.
Yeah, I think I would have picked that.
Maybe there's still time.
Yeah, no. See, I have the Bucks +6.5. Which again, if you don't gamble, you don't understand how valuable that half a point is.
It's a very
very valuable half point. So you're gonna stick. I mean, we look. You got it at +7, so let's just stick with +7.
+7.
All right, +7. Yes, Bucks +7, and people can do alternate spreads and shit. So
Yep.
all right, Bucks +7. They need a bounce back, so I don't blame you.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking on this one.
My dog of the week is Eagles at Dallas. I got Dallas +3.5.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, this is one of those fucking. We talked about it earlier. The Eagles, they won their first 4 games. They lost 2 games. They won their next 4 games. This is prime losing time.
Oh, so there's a pattern.
Yes,
There's a pattern to this.
There's a pattern. It's at Dallas, division game. They're going to lose.
Yeah, I would be more skeptical if it was like a night game, Thursday night, Monday night, or Sunday night. But I think this being a 3:25 game, I kind of like that. They're kind of clicking on all cylinders. I think Eagles have been kind of stumbling a little bit their way like through this. Like they didn't beat the Lions like handily. Mm-hmm. I felt like the Lions kind of didn't play like themselves.
Pretty sure that's the way their most of their season has gone. They're kind of like the Broncos. They just play to their competition.
I like it, and it gives you it's a good spread. It gives you a field goal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Field goal wiggle room.
Yeah. Yeah, they kind of do play to their competition. A lot of their games have been close. Actually, most of their games have been close. Most of the games have been one-score games. Holy shit.
Yep.
Every game has been a one-score game except for the Giants. Yeah. There you go.
Which the Giants
Well,
are
okay.
the Giants.
Both the Giants, both the games against the Giants, the one they lost and the one they won, are the only 2 games that have been more than 1 score.
Okay.
Did we go over the NFL picks that we had?
Previously.
Yeah.
I went 2-1 last week.
Oh yeah, I went. What did I? Oh, I went 1-3 at the Seahawks at Rams. That's the only one I got. Did we go over it earlier?
No, not earlier.
Okay.
So
game of the week: Seahawks at Rams. I had the Seahawks +2.5. That's what I got.
Yeah, my game of the week was Lions at Eagles, and this was the JMO special. We had +2.5 for the Lions, but that one lost.
Hey, it's okay. We're still 6-2.
6-2.
All right. My dog of the week was obviously that was the Detroit at Eagles. Detroit +2.5. My favorite of the week: Chiefs at Broncos. I had the Chiefs -3.5. Fuck the fucking Broncos.
Yep. And then my dog of the week, I had Jags +2.5 over the Chargers. Did have that one. Got that one.
There you
pretty
go.
Good. Yeah,
Nice.
the Jags blew them out, actually.
Yeah, I need to hit you up whenever I go to bet NFL.
And then Thursday night game, Jets at the Patriots -12.5. A lot of points, but they got 13.
There you go. You got anything else, sports wise?
Well, we had a firing, which
Oh yeah, that's good.
we had a firing that I believe firmly that I had a direct hand in.
Ooh, tell me more.
So we went to the Pelicans-Lakers game.
Okay.
And then directly after, they fired Willie Green. And that was directly tied to all my shouts and screams and slurs at,
What kind of not any racial slurs?
No, not racial slurs.
Just fire Willie.
Just head coaching slurs.
Oh, gotcha. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but yeah, no, I had a direct influence on the firing of Willie Green. So, you're welcome, Pelicans fans.
Yeah, let me shake your hand.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was an honor.
Good. Yeah. It needed to happen. Look, I like Willie Green. Willie Green is a good guy to have on your coaching staff, not as your head coach.
No.
Who do you want?
So this is actually good. Like, I think it's a good question, and I think there's a good opportunity for a list of head coaches. One of which that I want to actually potentially be the head coach is also going to have a tryout period, and that's James Borrego.
Okay.
So James Borrego is assistant who's now the interim coach, and he's been actually looked at by a lot of other programs and franchises to be a head coach. Mm-hmm. So I was kind of worried about him getting poached off of us anyways, but now that he has an opportunity to be the head coach, this is a little trial period.
Okay. Do you have, so does he have any previous head coaching experience?
Yeah, so he coached at Charlotte Hornets, and actually...
That doesn't mean very much.
Well, but that was the time that they were actually overachieving with their roster. I mean, they really haven't had much roster, but he took them to the playoffs. He's gotten them into some good situations or good seasons, like better than they have been in recent years. So that's the reason why he's drawn some interest. Look, give him an opportunity for a head coaching job, and like I said, this is a perfect opportunity because this was the one coach that I was very unsure about, but that I kind of wanted. But we get an opportunity to try him out. Mm-hmm. We get the free trial run with this guy, and then we get to figure out if we really want him or not. If it doesn't bode well for the season, then hey, we'll get rid of him. We'll get another coach.
I like this trial too. This is a long trial.
It's a very long trial. It gives him enough time to really see if he can actually be a head coach.
Yeah, we give him time to establish his type of culture, see if he can. Because the problem also with the Pelicans, we're not very good.
No,
we do not have a good roster.
No,
obviously, without Zion, we're terrible. But even with Zion, Derek Queen, he's very young. Misi, very young. I like Jeremiah Fears. He's very good. He looks like he's 12 years old. But I like Trey Murphy III. If you look up and down our roster, it's not very good. We don't have a good roster. So it may need a guy who can gut and replenish. And we'll see.
Okay.
Is he the only one on your list?
No, he like I said, he's one of them, and he was kind of on the lower tier, so it's great that we get to try him out first. My other ones I have is Mike Malone.
Obviously.
I think Mike Malone, this is actually a perfect time for us to be looking for a new coach because I think, he could be coming off the rebound. I really, really like. He's already won an NBA championship.
Yeah. He has.
So
he won with the Nuggets.
Yeah.
Who else?
The other one.
I'm with you on that, by the way.
Okay. Another one that I like Taylor Jenkins a lot.
The old Memphis Grizzlies coach?
Yes. I think he can do a lot with less. And I think that's the perfect coach that we need. We need somebody who can do a lot with less. Because if you remember correctly, obviously you associate Memphis Grizzlies with Ja Morant. Mm-hmm. Ja Morant was also suspended a lot. He also was out for most of the times whenever he was the head coach. And he was still in contention. He's the one that brought Desmond Bain, Jaren Jackson Jr. to prominence. He kept that team very competitive. It was just let's wait until Ja Morant gets here, and then they can push him over the edge.
It was always a big waiting process.
Yeah, but no one gives him really credit for hey, he did this all without his best player.
Yeah, I don't know if I want that type of coach though to do a lot with a little. I don't know. I do like Taylor Jenkins though. I'm not off of Taylor Jenkins. That's a good name that I didn't think about.
Yep. And then lastly, I've got any assistant off the Thunder coaching staff. They have a winning culture right now. Why don't we just poach somebody from there?
Yeah, Mark Darnold is nasty.
Yes,
he's so fucking good.
He is so good, and he's done it in the G League already. That's how he got hired. Obviously, he's gotten assistants under him that are, learning from his system. Why don't you just poach that? The NFL does it all the time.
Yeah.
Ask Mike Shanahan.
College football.
Or Kyle Shanahan.
College football does it all the time.
Yeah. Ask Nick Saban.
Yeah.
That's how you do. You get people from winning cultures into your program because that's probably the most likelihood of success. So, yeah, so I just don't. I'm not familiar with any of them, and none of their names are being listed as head coaching candidates right now, which I find is bizarre. Absolutely bizarre.
They should at least talk to Taylor Jenkins. Like, at least, say something.
Yeah.
I like that one. That's one that wasn't on my radar that I really like.
I think he's probably one of the better fits out of the guys. I mean, there's quite a few other guys that are out there. Darvin Ham has been actually tied to the Pelicans job. Tom Thibodeau is actually still out there.
Tibbs is my number 2. Yeah, I got Mike Malone and Tom Tibbs. I fucking love Tibbs because you want to talk about a guy who can make something out of nothing.
Mm-hmm.
He can do anything. The only knock on him is he just can't elevate a team to the next level. Which, for the record, the next level for Tibbs is the fucking championship.
Yeah.
Because he brought the New York Knicks to the fucking Eastern Conference Finals.
Yep.
The next level for Tibbs is the championship. Why not? Why not? The only thing I can think of is Tibbs wouldn't want to come to New Orleans.
Probably not.
So, that's it. But I also have Frank Vogel.
Yeah. Frank Vogel.
Throw him in there. You want to talk about somebody maybe being able to make something out of nothing?
My other one I had listed as well as Mike Budenholzer.
But I love Booty Holder.
Booty Holder.
Love Booty Holder. He won at Milwaukee, huh? I
mean, the Phoenix Suns was a dumpster fire, but I don't really attribute that completely to him. Like, I mean, they also, what was it? Didn't they fire Frank Vogel after 1 year too?
Yeah, they fired. Yeah. That's what's the douchebag's name that owns the Phoenix Suns? I can see it's Matt something.
Ispa?
Matt Ispa. Yeah. He's a fucking dick.
Yeah, I don't like that organization as a whole. So I'm gonna completely can that entire year. I'm just gonna look at his previous history for the Bucks and Atlanta Hawks.
Correct.
Back in the day.
Yep.
I think
Mike Budenholzer.
I wouldn't mind giving him another chance.
Yep. I like that. I like our coaching list. We have a good coaching list.
Yeah. I think we should be in the front office.
Yeah, I agree.
We should be running things.
Yeah. Let's go find the pictures that Mickey Loomis has and destroy his fucking phone.
Or leverage that for Gail Benson to hire us to make that decision.
Ooh, let's just steal those.
Yeah, and then we have the leverage.
We were joking about all of that we just said.
For legal purposes.
Yeah, you got anything else?
That's it.
All right. We'll see y'all next week. Love y'all.
Later.